sluggish performance up at PC. I thought today you guys were a well-oiled machine up there. Offensive really shared the ball.
Shared the ball. I think the two things that I'm pleased with, just on the surface without watching the tape, is one, that we did share the ball. 23 assists is a lot. In a game like this, it's easy to kind of have the mentality of, I'm going to go get mine, but I thought the guys found the open guy, made the extra pass, shot it in very, very well. And then the other thing is that we played hard, right? I mean, one of the metrics I always look at is offensive rebounding. As you know, that's a big, big part of what we do. And, our goal is to get 38% of our misses. That would put us in the top 10 in the country if we can consistently get 38% of our misses. And I think we got 56% of our misses tonight. That's always something that I'm really pleased with. It's good to see guys like Benny get going. Benny's a really, really big part of our team. I think he's one of the best players that we got. And to see him get going, make shots, gain some confidence, I think will be really big for him moving forward. Chuck stepped up with Baba being out, and Chuck knows his role is to be a physical defensive presence and a rim protector, and to be a relentless offensive rebounder. And I think he had 4 offensive rebounds in the minutes that he was out there. He's a guy that embraces his role. I needed him this morning. It's a great story about Chuck. And this is just how selfless he is, and he's such a big part of our culture. There were certain things that we weren't able to prep for because we had exams, so practice was shorter. And there were certain things that I needed the scout team guys to do, and Chuck's not on the scout team, but I needed Chuck to be one of the guys that defended actions in the shoot-around. I mean, so I asked him to get taped. If you get taped at the shoot-around, it's like, well, what the heck? I mean, you never get taped at the shoot-around. That's supposed to be, half speed, get a bunch of shots up, but I needed him to do some full-speed stuff, and he was like, Coach, you don't have to explain to me. You tell me what you need me to do. I'm taped up, I'm ready to go. Like, that is what our team is all about and what makes us really, really good.
Talk about exams and coming off of exams and playing a team that is not considered great and getting that kind of effort that you got today from these guys. It's very businesslike.
Well, I mean, like our we always say, and you've heard me say this before, we're about 3 things in terms of our on-court culture, and that's relentless effort. It's going as hard as you can all the time. Competitive excellence. Right? That's every rep's a game rep in practice, and then power of the unit. Right? The collective good of the whole over the individual. And excellence was the word that we used the last couple days. And we said, this rep is the most important rep in practice in the history of our program. And we always break the game down in 4-minute wars, and we just kept saying 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And it doesn't matter if you're playing UNC or you're playing NGU, right? It's about being excellent in the process. That's a talented offensive team that we played. I know their record isn't very good. They're an elite 3-point shooting team. If they were in Division I, they would be the number 1 3-point shooting team in the country percentage-wise. I think they're 6th in the country in Division II. They played Wofford a couple weeks ago, and it was a tie game with a minute and a half left. And they really got going, gained confidence, start making shots. So we just knew that we had to defend the 3. I thought we slipped a little bit in the second half, let them get loose, let them get some looks during that little period where I thought we waned a little bit in the second half. But for the most part, our guys had a good attention to detail in the prep and the scouting report. Got a really big game on Wednesday against a team that kicked our butt on their home floor last year. In Stetson. Stetson's had some huge wins already in the early part of the season. They beat Florida State at Florida State. They beat South Florida at South Florida. Donnie's a heck of a coach, and it's going to be a tough game. Crowd tonight for a Division II opponent was great. I think the students most of them are on their way home already. Majority of guys are done with exams. We got a couple guys that have a few more tomorrow. So I knew the student turnout wouldn't be great, but I thought the crowd came out big. There were rumors all over the place that the Righteous Gemstones cast was here, and I was like, I'm ashamed to admit it, but like late in the game, I was looking around like, where the heck are they? I wanted to meet Danny McBride so stinking bad. That whole cast, man, it's a hilarious show. But it's just how cool Charleston is, that those type of shows are filmed here, and vice principals and all that stuff, man. It's like our city. let's go. So somebody sends this to Danny, let him know I want to meet him.
The last question, I've already asked you about it once.
Walter, all of them, all of them.
Nationally ranked could be coming up here on the horizon. What does that mean for this program?
Well, we're not yet,
Right.
so
You're very, very close, though.
maybe call me on Tuesday if we are, and if we're not, then don't call me. You can always call me, man. You're a good dude. I don't care if you call me, but I don't really want to talk about it because we're not right now. We have good momentum, played well in the early part of the season. We're just concerned with the next thing, which is prepping for a team that kicked our butt last year.